Okay, awesome. Welcome to our Opulent Freedom Lifestyle event. My name's Jana. I'll be hosting the majority of the event tonight. We get on here a few times a week just to share what we're excited about with an amazing program, product and opportunity. So we've got some amazing shares tonight. A few girls are going to share their results with an amazing product and program and opportunity. But what we've got is three wonderful ladies also launching their business. So we're super excited to hear from them sort of at the halfway point. So we've got Alex, we've got Beck, and we've got Tanya. So super excited to hear from them. So like I said, my name's Jana. I came across this amazing opportunity 19 months ago now. Yeah, it's going really fast. So 19 months ago. And I was working full-time, literally trading time for money. But I was a mama of two as well. So at that time, my boys were 3 and my youngest was 11 months. I'd actually just transferred over from Department of Defence to Department of Human Services on promotion. So I'd gone from maternity leave into a new role, new responsibilities, bigger hours, more travelling, longer hours for my childcare. And, you know, needless to say anyway, it wasn't very flexible around my family and definitely wasn't very flexible around my health. So I was deteriorating both mentally and physically. Was actually after something for my husband at the same time. But this opportunity came up and it ended up being Juice Plus, and I'm pretty blessed that it was what it was and that I actually, you know, was brave enough to check it out, because it was literally just a post on a random page in Victoria. And I reached out and built a relationship with a girl I never knew. And we got to that part in the conversation where she asked me if I knew what Juice Plus was and what the amazing program was. And I didn't know about the program, but I had a bit of an idea about Juice Plus, which was great. So needless to say, I thought, why not? You know, what could it be for my family, the product-wise? And if I can get it a bit cheaper, that'd be a bonus for now. And lo and behold, we had amazing results. But opportunity-wise, the business reduced my hours to part-time within 4 months. Within 10 months, I was able to resign. So I've been at home with my kids now since January, which definitely wasn't on the cards. It wasn't on my vision board. It wasn't something I ever thought was possible. I thought I'd just follow in my parents' footsteps, you know, work until retirement and face the fact that I'd miss out on a lot of those special moments with my children. But not anymore. And not saying that that was easy to adjust to, being a stay-at-home mum, but it's definitely been super rewarding. So I'm building a much stronger relationship with my children and rekindling with my husband, which is wonderful as well. So that's just a little bit about me. All right, we're really fortunate enough that our team comes under an amazing team and that created our program. So our program is free for all of our customers that try our products or stay on our products for life. But it's called the Juicy Body Transformation. It's an amazing program in that it doesn't calorie count. It's deprivation free. It's all those yummy things that you're normally wanting and craving, but it's, you know, the whole foods or the healthier version of it. I think a lot of people want to make that change, but they just don't know how to, or they just don't know how to cook. Or the idea of cooking it isn't too exciting. But our program really does make it quite exciting. It's headed by the beautiful Kira Westwick, who was actually runner-up in MasterChef 2014, top 10, an absolutely gorgeous soul who loves whole foods. She's a nutritionist and also a mother of two. So she understands the importance of trying to teach our children at an early age about health and nutrition and getting that rainbow effect into them. But she also understands that, you know, there's a lot of families out there that have bits and pieces they don't like, or they just don't understand how to cook it or whatever. So she's really put a lot of work into this. So it really works in well with our products, which I'll go into in a little bit later. But we've got over 6 ebooks, you know, over 300 recipes in the actual program. We've got another over 600 odd recipes in our private group, which all our customers get to be a part of. It's got inspiration, motivation. We've got an 8-week shred. We've got a wellness, a 14-day wellness program as well, along with all these amazing recipes, including our gourmet cleanse and our detox. All right, so it's amazing the work she puts into it, and she's continuously adding more and more value to it. So we love it and we love sharing it. So like I said, we can get them printed as well, but it is all online, so you can access it whenever you want. So even if you're stuck in the supermarkets and you're trying to figure out what to cook that night, you can quickly check out one of the ebooks online and get your rest, get the ingredients you need. So we love the program, and we're really fortunate because obviously Juice Plus is really, it's in over 29 countries now. And this is just our team that has this program. There are many other programs out there that are amazing as well, but I just really feel that our one is really in tune with families and the variety of where we're all coming from, and teaching children at a young age as well. So the Juicy Body Transformation was built around the amazing product Juice Plus. Okay. Juice Plus is actually, the company itself has been around for over 46 years. The product itself, 26. So it's not a new, product in any shape or form. It still seems to be relatively new in Australia and New Zealand for sure. But it's definitely got, it's been around for 26 years. So it's got over 26 years worth of results. And it's actually got over 36 peer-reviewed studies done on it too, which is truly amazing. Juice Plus do help fund the studies, of course, but to get that gold label on there that they're peer-reviewed, no money can be thrown at them to get that label on there. So that's really cool to share. So for those science gurus out there, or nutritionists or naturopaths, that's something that they'll really love to check out. So Juice Plus is designed to bridge the gap in your diet, or to increase an already healthy diet. It's not designed to replace a healthy diet in any shape or form. But obviously, like attracts like. So if you can get more of the good stuff into your body, you're going to crave and want more of that. And that's why our program's so awesome, because as you start to notice those changes in your body, you're going to want to know how to cook those recipes. So our hero product is our whole food capsules, come in fruit, vegetable, and berry blend. These give you an extra variety of 27 fruits and vegetables and berries into your diet each and every day. That's huge. Government states we should be having 3 to 5 here in Australia, but science is suggesting we should be having more of the lines of 9 to 11. 9 to 11 is quite huge for us to try and do each and every day. And I know not every day is perfect in this household. As much as I try and put that into my body with a lot of juicing and 3 to 5 meals a day, that's nearly impossible to keep consistent every day. Today, you've been at a 1-year-old birthday, and you can imagine the food that was there. That's for sure. So I'm really happy that I've got my Juice Plus in today. So I love Juice Plus in the fact that it is just produce. Okay, the label, you can read on the label. You don't need to have a science degree. You don't need to, be a guru and understand what all these weird names are. It's literally, this is the fruit blend. You've got apple, pineapple, peach, prune, orange, cranberry, papaya, beet, cherry, and date. That's it. That's all that's in there, which is brilliant. And the other thing on the label is there is no warning label. It's just fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. And in the capsule itself, vegan, vegetarian, it's all plant-based. So this is safe for anybody who can swallow. Unless you're allergic to the apple or the pineapple, then this is safe whether you are pregnant, whether you're breastfeeding. It's just whole foods, which just makes sense, really. So very different to, your normal vitamins or your supplements that you've been been taking in the past. Because it's fruits, vegetables, and berries, your body recognizes it and knows what to do with it. I've been on different multivitamins and supplements all my life, especially through pregnancy. And because they were full of so many synthetic and artificial ingredients, my body didn't recognize everything that I was swallowing. So my body would excrete it. You'd notice that disco where you'd think you were dehydrated. You're probably drinking more water, thinking that was what it was. But it's literally your body just exiting the things that it doesn't recognize. This is just fruits, vegetables, and berries. All right. So we all absorb nutrition differently, but within 3 to 7 minutes when you swallow your capsules, it gets into your bloodstream and goes where it needs to go. And I say that because inflammation is different in everybody. Skin being a huge one, kidney and liver health, immunity, cardiovascular, joint pain. Inflammation, it comes up in so many different ways, and what your body is going to do is going to be different to what results I get, to the next person, to my dad, to my husband, to anybody. But it is truly amazing what happens when your body gets that and gets it consistently. So I guess the difference between this and trying to get, these 27 fruits and vegetables and berries into your body daily through natural produce is that, I know here in Australia, a lot of our fruits and vegetables are picked well before their prime ripening. So they're not even at their full nutritional value when they're picked. then they're sprayed with all different chemicals or waxes before they're put on the back of a truck or a plane or ice and whatever, and we see them a week or two later. Okay, and then if they're vegetables after we purchase them, we're probably cooking out half those nutrients as well. So, you know, the nutritional value in our fruits and vegetables has definitely decreased compared to what our grandparents were eating 40 odd years ago, that's for sure. That's another thing that's on the, you know, I noticed on the label since taking Juice Plus. I remember there was about 20 phytonutrients listed on my multivitamin when I was going through pregnancy. They can't list the phytonutrients in our produce because, you know, apple, for an example, is one of the ingredients in the fruit blend, and that's got over 10,000 phytonutrients. Okay, and that's just one of the ingredients that are in there. So that's super cool. Our produce that goes into our capsules is grown only for the product. So it gets to stay on the vine until it is at its highest cellular level. Then it is picked, but it's taken straight to our factories, which are co-located with our farms. So there's no extensive travels. There's no waxes, no chemicals. They're GMO free. They're taken into our factory where they are washed and they are cleaned. Then they are juiced and pulped. And then that pulp is slowly heated into a produce, into a powder form, that is then encapsulated into our capsule. But it keeps all those live enzymes, phytonutrients, and micronutrients still all intact. All right, so when we swallow them, we're getting that absolute opulent level of that fruit and vegetable going into our body. And again, you know, like attracts like. When you're flooding your body with such good nutrition, and it's just going to crave more. So, you know, you're going to start to hopefully crave less of those sugar, salt, fried foods and things like that, and start wanting more of that healthy things. You're going to want to go to the crisper and the fruit bowl and hopefully start adjusting, you know, your craveability that way, which is great. Obviously, everybody's results are differently, so I can't say mine are going to be the same as yours, but it's just fruit, vegetables and berries, and which we love. So, being that, you know, we've had those 36 peer-reviewed studies to back the product, we're also a part of 3 ongoing ones at the moment, one being here in Australia. So when any adult takes the capsules, they get to sponsor a child also for free for 4 years between the ages of 4 and 18. So that's pretty cool. And the ages, that's just purely for the study. You know, kids can take it younger. Obviously, they can take the fruit and vegetable capsule if they're a bit older, giving them an extra variety of 17 fruits and vegetables, massive for children, or they can have it in a chew form, okay? So it's the same powder that goes into the capsules, but it's literally joined with an all-natural plant-based tapioca. So they're super yummy. They just look like little lollies, except for they don't have any of those nasties that, you know, my kids used to have. They don't have any of that synthetic sugar or any of those artificial ingredients. It's literally an extra variety of 17 fruits, vegetables, each and every day, and that's massive for little children. You know, their craveability and what they want when they're younger is debatable every single day. But my 5-year-old, I'm super lucky. He eats like me. He's brilliant. But my 2-year-old is going down the path of his dad. And any little rainbow effect in there, he throws it over his shoulder. He seems to be a meat and spud little person at the moment. But knowing that he's getting his Juice Plus into his little body, I'm hoping that that'll slowly take effect and he will want more and more vegetables. He does eat his fruit, so I'm blessed there. But, you know, we're noticing already in the study that kids are sleeping better. That craveability is growing. There's better gum health. And for my children, it was respiratory. You know, they both suffered heavily from croup, which was turning into baby asthma. So I'm truly blessed because within 4 months that had gone, and that was a horrible, horrible, vicious cycle for my family. Lots of all-nighters, lots of hospital visits, lots of GP and lots of medication, but we are medication free now, which is really lovely, I guess. The only other product, because we definitely are a company with some crazy long product list, so we talked about, that was our micronutrition. That was like the oil in the engine, getting everything running smoothly, because you truly don't know what your body's capable of until you are flooding your body with those extra nutrients. But of course, we've got to fuel it. Okay, so we still need to eat our 3 to 5 meals a day, and that's where that Juicy Body transformation comes in to assist with that. But we've also got our macronutrition. So our complete powders, which come in 2 yummy flavors, vanilla and chocolate. So these are designed to be a nutritional drink. They weren't designed to be a meal replacement. But if you add the right things in there, and if you've got weight to lose or weight to gain, they can definitely help with that also. Again, these have no synthetic or artificial ingredients. They've got over 30 plant-based ingredients in there. you know, looking at good fats, complex carbohydrates, fiber, and protein, of course, from all amazing things. So, you know, I love to have these for breakfast on the run in the morning with my children. So I add some oats, frozen berries, frozen banana, whatever I've got in there, kale, spinach, and we'll have that. And I'm full until lunchtime, or I'll have it as a post-workout shake on the run after the gym or after netball or whatever we've been doing. But, you know, for my 2-year-old to be getting this is the child that doesn't want to eat his greens and his orange and his anything that seems to be good. But he's getting broccoli, alfalfa sprouts, pumpkin, pomegranate, mushroom, all within this powder, which is great. So you're looking at vitamin D, which we can only get that from a few places. So we always seem to be insufficient with that, which is great. Obviously vitamin B, a complex vitamin B called niacin, which is a beautiful mood balancer. So if you're getting all that extra energy and your body's starting to run more opulently with the capsules, and you start taking this as well, and you've got a bit of anxiety and depression, we're seeing massive results there also. You know, niacin comes from all those greeny leaves, and that's definitely a large amount in there. And I also love, you know, back into the capsules, kale's in there. Kale's been in there for over 26 years, and it feels like kale is like the fad at the moment for the last few years, but Juice Plus knew about it 26 years ago. So truly amazing what they've got into this product and the science and I guess the results that back it. So that's literally our program and our product in a nutshell. And, you know, it is just, you know, just makes sense. It's just fruits, vegetables, berries in our main product, and then all those amazing superfoods in our shakes. But that's why we love sharing it. So I'm going to get a few of the girls, a couple of the girls to share their results with the product so far. And then we are going to get on to the next part. So I just find Maddie, I'm just going to spotlight you. So Maddie, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results have you had so far? And why do you love sharing it? Oh, hold on. You must have muted yourself. Hold on. No, can't hear you. Okay, talk. No, nothing. It's all right. Oh, was that you then you? Go.
Maybe.
Yep.
Is it me?
Yep.
Okay. So it came into my life through a friend called Izzy. She had really good results and she was posting it on Facebook. So I just questioned her on there and decided to try it for myself. And the results I've had so far is just my energy levels have gone up a lot. I used to sleep a lot, but I never woke up feeling energized, and I was always wanting to go to bed, and I just had no energy for anything. And now, like, I sleep less, but I have more energy, which is really good. And yeah, so that's the main results that I've had so far. And I love sharing it because I want everybody else to feel as good as I do now and have the energy that I have. So yeah, that's pretty much short and sweet.
Awesome. Sorry, I don't know what happened with the volume at the beginning. Beautiful. Yeah, it was probably just me playing around with it a little bit. No, and Rachel. So I'm just going to spotlight you, Rach. So how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results have you had so far, and why do you love sharing it?
Thanks, Joanna. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I came across Juice Plus through a post Lindsay put up on the business, actually, and she started explaining a little bit more and more about it. And when she sort of told me that it was all natural, no chemicals, it's going to fuel my body with, you know, the correct things. And for me, I've got a 10-month-old daughter who isn't a very good sleeper, so I'm constantly lacking energy. I don't fuel my body correctly. So being able to then think I'm getting all of those good nutrients in my body was something I was definitely interested in trying. I've only just started, so I've been on it for 2 weeks now, just over 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to having more energy. The option for me to have a shake is really good, especially when I'm pressed for time. And they're so delicious as well, which is, I'm not really a shake person, so I actually really love having a smoothie bowl in the morning and the shakes and things. And as well as it being a mood stabler, I've struggled with mental health issues since I was a teenager, and I've been on medication for that for years, since I was quite young actually. So if that anything that's natural that can help me in that way is something that I'm 100% all for. And I've already gotten some results in the fact that I'm actually able to move my bowels, which is a lot of information for everyone, but it's really important to me. I'm always have been quite heavily constipated, not able to go to the bathroom for 4 to 5 days. And since starting the Juice Plus and the shakes, I can every day. So it's awesome. And who wouldn't love sharing that? So if I can help any other women who are having the same problems, or men, it's well worth it. So yeah.
Awesome. Well done. Thanks, hun.
Thank you.
Bring myself back over. Beautiful. So 2 different results, and like I said, if anything other than my kids, it's going to keep us on Juice Plus for life. But people, skin is massive, these days. I think with all the allergies, with different preservatives and things in food, it seems to be super noticeable, and that's huge with inflammation. So we're seeing lots of results, with psoriasis and eczema and acne is massive. But you really just don't know. For me, it was inflammation in my joints. I've played a lot of sport in my life, so I was quite surprised there, and also IBS. So again, different results. So I'm just going to touch a little bit on the business before we hear from our girls that are launching, because I know for myself, when I first started the opportunity, I had a friend reach out to me and they were super worried, which was lovely that they did, because they cared, but they were worried I was joining one of those pyramid structures or pyramid schemes, and they were just concerned for my welfare, really. I guess, those sort of schemes, they were made illegal back in the 1970s, so I was very much happy that it definitely wasn't anything like that. And I guess when they talk about pyramid structures, I really consider that's where I was before Juice Plus. I think traditional business is really set up in a pyramid structure. Even when I owned my restaurant, I was the boss, I guess, and then I had, my waitresses and my chefs and so forth, and we all sort of, they all sort of lent up to me. But when I was in the government agency, when I was with the defence, it was the chief of defence, or it was the MP for Department of Human Services. So I really think the best way to show you is to give you a bit of an example of that. In that, we all know who Safeway and Coles and Myer are, and they've all got their CEO. Well, that was a crazy CEO, and there's only one of them, all right, and they've got their different promotional levels throughout their organisation. So their board of directors, maybe their state managers, area managers, store managers, trainers, and then the people that are always there smiling, putting through our groceries. That's if you go in. For me, I don't go in there very often anymore. But for a lot of people that are still going in there, they'd notice that a lot of these people are now being replaced by electric tellers. And a lot of these people are now being told they need to upskill, or they need to either look at these other positions available in the middle section, or look at another store, or they look at doing these other positions, which is like I do my shopping online. So these guys might be doing my shopping, or they might be delivering my shopping. But they need, when they're told that they're going to be replaced by these tellers, they all need to either upskill. They might have been here 5-10 years already, and maybe have already been attempting at these positions, or they might be just happy sitting there, but now they're being told they need to. So they need to, win these positions over each other, apply, upskill, all those sort of things. And just say Sally won this position here. She's a little bit happy, but she's feeling bad. She's won it over her friends, and they're all feeling a bit cranky because she's won it. But she's also gone up against probably external people from other stores, or external people coming in also. But the chances of Sally ever winning this position up here, as much as she is really focused and driven, the chances are slim to none. For that CEO position to be filled, it normally comes externally from some other organisation where they've already done that role for, 10, 5, whatever, how many years. Unless you've been in this organisation for 40, 50 odd years and you've had a go at just about everything, your likeness of you ever winning this position is slim to none. And this middle section, this is where I was in the public service. I reckon that's like the engine room. I was doing massive hours, lots of travel. There was no home and work balance. I was taking work home with me, and it was super stressful, really hard on my health. So, you know, it's just, I guess it's different, but that's how I see traditional business, no matter which one you give me, whether it's McDonald's, whether it's Safeway, whether it's the defence. What I love about ours is it's literally that on its head. We come in as what we call a virtual franchise. Our top position is called NMD. We pay a one-off yearly fee of $165 in Australia to have our business, which I think is amazing because I spent a fortune on my restaurant when I purchased it. So to have a business for $165 where all I'm doing is referring and my head office take care of everything else, I just think that's just, you know, 45 cents a day. It's crazy. Anyway, we have got promotional levels as well. But what I love is we all come in here at this position here. We get sponsored by somebody who's going to link arms with us and do teach to teach all the way up to the top. If you're not teachable, willing to learn, and are driven, then this might not be for you, for sure. But just say this CEO down here, he'd been watching me for a few months and he decided he wanted to come up to Juice Plus. Just because he's a CEO doesn't mean he gets to come in at our top position as NMD. We all come in as a virtual franchise. Doesn't matter what we've done, what background we've got, what skills we've got. We all start off there. And then from there, it's really, you know, whether we go to work and whether we are linking arms, being a part of a team, even though it's our personal business. You know, just say I was in this middle section here and I brought on Sally. You know, I'd link arms with her, help her get to each of these promotions. By helping her do so, it means that I can keep growing in the business too. So this CEO, Tom, he comes in, I link arms with him. He gets that opportunity to grow up to the top position. So does Sally, so do I, so does Tim, so does Sandy. So we all get that position. It's unlimited, uncapped. There's no roof on our NMD. You know, it's really up to you. You can get there as quick as 10 months or as long as years. It's really up to you. There is no pressure on you in this business on how quickly or how slowly you grow it. Sure, there are incentives to help you grow quicker at the beginning, so you understand what sort of income you can be growing and setting yourself up with, but it's totally up to you how you go about getting them. The other cool thing is, you know, and this was definitely me at the beginning, I had got very enclosed in my little mind, I guess, on who I could talk to and how I could talk to. The idea that I'd be talking in front of 30 odd people tonight definitely would have probably had me running for the hills back then. But now it's something that I love doing, and it's great to share. But, you know, the girl that introduced me to the business, she showed me how to do it at the beginning. She showed me how to share what I was excited about with friends, family, and social media. So I found a few customers in the early days. But what I found also was a few people that wanted, you know, something similar to what I was doing. So I found Lindsay. She was my customer for 4 days and decided that she wanted to do what I was doing, which was great, a bit of FOMO. And she, you know, thought she might as well get her product cheaper. Catherine had amazing results, posted that on her Facebook. I had so many people inquired to what she had done and how she got those results. I said, mate, I can respond to all these people for you, no problems. But why don't you make some money from it? You get your product cheaper. So she joined up. And then I had Steph as well. All right. And Steph just loved the product and the program. It just ticked everything for her. And she just wanted to share it with, you know, as many people as she possibly could. So what I did is I showed these 3 girls exactly what Lauren had just showed me to get to the next level, to get to that next promotion. Share it with a few customers. They too went out and found a few team. All right. And so what did they do from there? They did exactly what I showed them. They showed their new team how to go find a few customers, share the opportunity with a few people, and this crazy thing starts happening. So Catherine went and shared it with Michelle over in Tasmania, who shared it with her brother Adam back here in Victoria. And then Adam shared it with Zoe over in Townsville. You know, Lynn's went and shared it with Melody, who then went and shared it with Elsa and Josie and Mel and all these other people. And Elsa went and shared it with Philly. And it just keeps going on like that, you know. And all I knew at the beginning were my first few customers, Lindsay, Catherine and Steph. Sure, we've all gone off and we shared it with more people since then. But I didn't need to know hundreds of people. It's not a sign-up club in any shape or form. It's really just sharing what we're excited about, our results, and what we're looking forward to. So that's just a little bit about the business. Now for the exciting part, I'm super excited to hear from our girls. So Alex, you're first up on my screen, so I'm going to spotlight you. So how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results are you looking forward to, and why did the business make sense to you? Oh, hold on. Where's your volume? Yep, you've got no volume. I'll grab someone else while you get that fixed. Volume night tonight for everybody. All right, okay, Beck, where are you? If you can take yourself off mute, hun, I'll come find you. Start talking, Beck, and you'll come up on my screen.
Can you hear me?
Yep. So there you are. So for you, I guess the same. How did Juice Plus come into your life? What results are you looking forward to, and why did the business make sense to you?
Yeah, awesome. So before Juice Plus, I was working, typical 9 to 5 office job. I was managing my parents' business. Then I fell pregnant, so now I'm on maternity leave. I got a 13-week-old girl, and it kind of, my energy levels are definitely dwindling. My daughter does sleep well, but come the afternoon, I am really tired and hanging for my coffee. So the energy I'm looking forward to, definitely losing that extra baby weight that I have gained over the last 9 months and a bit. That's what I'm looking forward to the most, really, is just kind of getting my health back on track. The business side obviously is beneficial and definitely eye-opening as to what our life can be. And we're certainly looking forward to, being able to say yes more than having to be like, what bills have we got to pay this month kind of thing. And I love talking to people. So, this kind of stuff is definitely my forte, I guess. And so being able to share my results with other people and share the business with other people and help them change their lifestyle also is what I'm looking forward to most.
Amazing. Cool. Thank you so much. Well done. And thank you for jumping on as well, little one. Supporting mum.
She's not in bed yet.
Cool. Tanya, I'm going to grab you next. So how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results, or you've already had some, but you might want to talk about them or what you're looking forward to, and why did the business make sense to you?
Well, hello first. I came into Juice Plus first a few years ago, actually, through a couple of friends that I used to work with. And I asked a few questions and I, queried about it a bit here and there, but then I just let it go. And years had passed, and then my daughter, Maddie, who shared before, actually started, and I have seen amazing results with her. So I kind of regretted not looking into it a little bit more earlier. So that's the whole reason why pretty much I've jumped on board now. I've only been on the program now for 11 days. But within the first 5 days, I had 2 nights of 5-hour sleeps. And for me, who suffers pretty bad with insomnia, that was massive. I was bouncing off the walls the next day. I had so much energy. The girls at work noticed it. And to me, that was pretty much a deal breaker for me if I can get some sleep, because insomnia kind of has a lot of side effects to your health, and the list is endless to all the issues that I've got caused from that. This weekend, I've had a few, I've been a little bit under the weather. I've had a bit of asthma and a bit of a cold, but I've doubled up on my Juice Plus, and I think I've recovered pretty well today. I spent pretty much all afternoon yesterday and most of the day in bed today. So I've bounced back from that asthma pretty quickly this time. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can do for my insomnia and for my asthma further on down the track. I've got positive vibes out there, so I'm pretty sure that with what I've seen through other people that it's going to help me. And I really want to share this because the reason I got jumped on board is because I regretted not even taking the the product earlier on, and so I don't want to ask the what ifs again on the business side of it. So I'm just going full steam ahead, and I've signed up. I'm sold. So that's my story.
Awesome. And you do look so much better considering we had your event yesterday and then you hit it.
I know.
Yeah, but
I hit a wall.
Yeah, hit a wall.
Yeah.
Well done. And that's it. Just double up. Just get that extra nutrients.
I did. Yeah.
Although I sound a bit croaky.
Thank you.
That's just talking. Well done, Tanya. And Alex, looks all good now. So I'm going to spotlight you. So how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results are you looking forward to? And why did the business make sense to you?
All right, can you hear me this time?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, goodo. All right, well, thank you everyone who's tuned in tonight, and good luck. Well done to all the ladies who have already done their launch. So Juice Plus came into my life only a few weeks ago, to be honest. I was listening, supporting a friend, Rachel, who spoke earlier, who is now my mentor, as it is. I went into the meeting not knowing anything about the product, what the results, anything like that. But I was really fascinated, intrigued, and really motivated that everyone was in person. It was all person, done in person. There's no ads, there's no false. It's all real people, real story, real results. For me, I have suffered who knows, I've been going to the doctor for several months, as my friends will know. And I've been trying to diagnose what's going on with my skin. I've been diagnosed with a few different forms of dermatitis, allergies. I've had to do elimination diets, change all my products to all natural products, shampoos, makeup, everything, you name it. Because of that, I've ended up suffering a bit of depression or mental health instability, anxiety, you name it, I've got it. And nearly every person that I listened to in the last few launches have ticked nearly one of those boxes. And so after trying so many medications and things, why not try something like this? And I got my box last week, and it is amazing. My partner is actually doing it with me as well, which is really exciting. It's not just for girls. There is also the possibility that my partner can join in and we can join this journey together. The business side made sense. It was all in capsules. Everything was nice and easy. The smoothies are delicious. And it was just really a no-brainer. I'm just really excited to share some of my own results. And yeah.
Well done. Amazing. You sound like you're like 500 countries away, like miles and miles and miles away. But it was a great share.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Cool. So that's our girls. I will pop that back over here. So that's pretty cool. That's 3 amazing women on all totally different journeys with this amazing opportunity. And it's totally different for everybody that comes in. You know, some people just fall in love with the product and would like it a bit cheaper. Some people just have all these people that I've watched them have these results and they just want to get in. So for some people, it's a travel fund. Some people, it's to pay off, credit cards, loans. For other people, it's a vehicle to really change their life. So I'm just going to touch a little bit now on, again, on the business, and then we're going to hear from just 2 more women. Sorry, it's all girls tonight for any of the boys that are on. Just on, what they've created with the opportunity and what they're excited for, really. So the last bit I'm just going to share in between that is how we get paid, because everyone's always interested in hearing about how we get paid. And, our business plan does change from country to country, but here in Australia and New Zealand, I think we've got the best business plan. That's just probably because I don't know the others very well, to be honest. But we get paid with retail profit, commission, which builds our residual income or our beach money. So that slowly grows each and every month, which I love, which I've watched that grow each and every month while I've been in the business. It's been something really interesting to understand and learn more about. But we like to talk about is our bonuses. All right, the bonuses are there as an incentive to help you grow strong and grow wide in the beginning, so you understand what sort of money's on the table later on. And it's something, I think, a few of us get a little bit stuck on and are worrying about other people, about how they've got there and how they've gone. But these bonuses aren't just for you. They're for everybody you share the opportunity with, which is amazing. So like I said earlier, you come in as a virtual franchise. Very quickly, you get to DVF, sometimes days. Sometimes on the day. But our first big bonus is $400. $400 for you. And because we're a teach-to-teach business, $400 for your teacher. All right, so you get that $400 for getting to senior direct virtual franchise. Ignore the names, they're not important. You probably shared the business with 1 or 2 people by then. So you get the $400 bonus, but this person that you've also introduced the business to, you want them to stay hot on your heels and follow you to get to SDVF, because then you will also get that bonus. So if you introduce this opportunity to 3 people in 1 month and you help them all get to SDVF, there's $1,200 there on the table for you, which is really cool. All right, so you can continue sharing your amazing results, your recipes, your whole journey, lifestyle program, all those sort of things. And eventually you find a few other people that are like you that want the same things or love the product, and you get to sales coordinator. All right, so at sales coordinator is a $600 bonus for you and a $600 bonus for your teacher. All right, so this is really cool sort of things. You're starting to help other people below you understand how important it is to also share the opportunity. Go through, really master the product talk and how to really get through some of those, informal sort of bits and pieces. And I guess in the next one here, which is senior sales coordinator, this is where you really start to change where your work is. You're always going to be a student. You're always going to be a teacher in this business. But you're looking at a $1,200 bonus here. You've introduced probably the business to about 8 people by then, and a $1,200 bonus for you. But what you've got happening underneath you is you've got quite a few little teams building up with underneath there. So your time is now selected on who you're talking, who you're doing the main work with, which is pretty cool how it all sort of just changed around. So I'm just going to grab a couple of the girls to share now. I haven't seen if Kathy's actually, she's right there. So Kath, I'm just going to spotlight you. So where were you before Juice Plus? What amazing things have happened to you with the business so far, and why, and what are you looking forward to in the future, I guess?
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep, cool. So I joined the business 2 years ago. I originally started the product, fell in love with them, had some amazing results, and really wanted to share that with others. But I was actually quite skeptical to start with the business side. I was introduced to it. I did a lot of research, but what it came down to for me was my daughter was 9 months at the time. I was thinking about having to go back to work full time. I just didn't want to miss out on those moments with her, especially being the first. And also more the fact that my partner was working full time, and if I wanted to go shopping and just buy a pair of shoes, I just felt like I needed to ask, even though I knew that he didn't care. He always says it's our money, but I'm so used to having my own money. I was so used to working very hard, whether it be 2 jobs, 3 jobs. I was a workaholic before Bubs, so it was just really bizarre for me to not have my own sort of fun money. So I thought to myself, well, what if this could just be a bit of extra income? I can contribute to bills and go from there. And for me, I just thought even the only thing I had to lose was the sign-up fee, which I managed to earn back within 1 week. So I was so determined to get there. So from there, it just grew to bigger things, because that's the beauty of this business. As you grow and you go along the line, you just realize how much more potential you can have to dream again. So we was able to then think about paying off our credit card, upgrading our car, and think about more holidays, because when my partner's away, he doesn't get paid. So it just enabled us to have more of a bit of freedom if we wanted to go away, even if it was just a weekend. Sometimes he does work a Saturday. So that just opened up more doors for us. And I know for some people like ourselves at the time, when you open your letterbox and you find loads of bills, it's kind of scary. But knowing that I have that extra income that I can support too, it just makes it so much better. And you're just not freaking out as much as a mama being at home, and you kind of feel a little bit, not useless, but it just gave me that opportunity to be able to, although I was running around after Ivy all the time, it just meant that I had something to focus on, and I was talking to adults every day, and I had something to be determined about, which I love, because being a workaholic, that's just something you have in you. You're determined to get somewhere. And so that really helped for us. So it's just enabled us to be able to think more for the future. And so I've been able to stay at home full time. I have 2 kids now, and I can watch them grow. And it can be our choice if we want to put them into childcare for a day or two, just to interact with other kids and not put them there because they have to be there and rush back. I can stroll and take a walk. It doesn't matter. There's no pressure. But what we would like to do is to retire my partner so he can have some more family time. So when he comes home from work, most of the time the kid's already in bed and been bathed and fed, and he misses out on those moments that I get to cherish forever. I document them and send him pictures, but it's not the same as missing out. So what we'd love to do is reduce his hours and maybe even retire him to something he'd love to do in his own time, where he can just work as he pleases. So that would just really enable us to just change everything for us at home. But also my parents still live in the UK, and I would just absolutely love to have that financial freedom where I could just say, hey, Mum, Dad, if you want to come over for the summer, we'll cover your flights and accommodation, or just to bring them over more regular to watch the kids grow up with us rather than just Skype all the time. It's probably like the second time I've ever said that without crying. But yes, it's just been able to enable us to dream again, and having a team in all different parts of the world. We can, I think it's 29 countries now, and I have team in the UK, in Spain and in Australia. So it's just amazing that you can do this business from anywhere in the world and you can earn while you sleep. So yeah, it's just been amazing for us, and it's just enabled us to dream again and think how exciting the future is for us now. Thanks, Jana.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And she's got to help her, but I'm also going to spotlight Lindsay. So Lindsay's going to tell us how Juice Plus came into her life, what exciting things have happened so far, and what she's looking forward to.
Hello. So can you hear me? I better check that.
Yeah.
I can't see it. You can? Cool. So Juice Plus came into my life February last year. I'm the one that Jana talked about who suffered severely from FOMO, fear of missing out. And I'm just going to get that off my face because that's a bit scary. And I wasn't looking for anything. I wasn't looking for a product. I wasn't looking for a business, nothing. And but Jana just was talking about how great she felt. And she's, as you know, she's a mama of two as well. And I had a young kid, and I couldn't understand why she had so much energy with these 2 boys. It just didn't make any sense. So I wanted to know what that was. And once she explained what the product was, it was a complete no-brainer for me. I didn't need to think about it. I didn't need to know all the details. I didn't need to ask, every little question about it. I just knew it completely made sense, and I wanted the family to be on it. So the family to be on it, we're a family of 5 now. We're a family of 4 at the time. That was quite a commitment. So when she told me that if I joined the business, here we go, I'm going to get my hair done now. If I joined the business, I could get it cheaper. I was like, absolutely, why not? Plus, I was like, why would I not get the money in my pocket then have it in Jana's pocket, right? So I love her, but so I joined the business, absolutely. And so that was it for me. I wasn't really interested in anything else, really, to be honest. Oh, here we go. We're going to take the headphone now. Good. And I just shared my journey, and so many people were, I guess, inspired my journey because I was with a little one. So I lost a lot of baby weight by plugging into the program, and I got a massive clientele list, which is awesome, which I still have because I love them so much. But come June of last year, I went back to work full-time. Yep, there goes one headphone. I went back to work full-time, and I put this crazy animal into childcare. I moved interstate, and my husband was at sea because we were both Navy. And I guess you can say the reality of life just slapped me in the face, and I just knew that I was about to do that. This was going to be my life. Did you just swallow my hair? Sorry. This was going to be my life. I was going to put my kid into childcare every day and just go to work and not see her and miss out on so many things. And I just didn't want to do that. I've got a 14-year-old boy, and I realised I've actually been saying 11, but it's actually 12 of his birthdays that I've missed out of 14. That's massive. And I was going to do it again with this maniac. And who would want to miss out on that? So I spoke to Jana and I said, look, it's time to take the business seriously. And that's what I did. I changed my tune, the way that I looked at the business, not as something to get my product cheaper or just as a hobby, but as a business and as a vehicle to change my life. And then following on to this year, I went on maternity leave in April with my 3rd maniac child. And I went knowing that I'm not going to go back to work next year. I'm just going to spend my days with these crazy people and work on my business in my stolen moments. And I was able to build that while I was at work, in my coffee breaks, in my lunch breaks, when the boss wasn't working, all that kind of stuff. I was able to build it like that because it's that kind of flexibility that it allowed me to do that. But what I really, really love doing now, and I get so much joy out of it, and I got to do it live yesterday at a live event as well. And that is inspiring other people to believe in themselves and give the business a go as well. And, tonight I watched 2 girls that I introduced the business to me, or they introduced it onwards, and that's Alex and Rachel. And it's so just so satisfying to watch them, go from not knowing anything about the business or the opportunity or the product to believing in themselves that they can create their own opulent lifestyle, whatever that is that they want to do, and that I get to be a part of that journey, and we get to create whatever success they want to create. And that is just such a rewarding journey to be a part of. So thanks for letting me share. Apologies for the craziness here. We've just driven back from Newcastle and she's a little bit wide from maybe too many snakes in the car.
Or a Juice Plus.
Yeah. Oh, I actually literally just gave her 4 of each of the chews because she didn't have any yesterday. So maybe it is the Juice Plus.
Dear. I'm pretty sure a few of us mums are thinking you are crazy to have left your job. No, I'm just only because you kept saying crazy. Cool. So that's 2 amazing stories, both mamas tonight. But it is predominantly mamas wanting to be home with their kids, and it's mamas that are trying to look after the family's nutrition. So I guess they're the ones that seem to be drawn to us, which is great. So they're both working on SSC there. The next one, I've got an extra box tonight. I don't know how I did that. Is QNMD. That's a $1,500 bonus for you and for your teacher. This is what I'm working on at the moment, which is great. And then the top one, which is NMD. All right, $3,000 bonus for you and for you only, because by then your teacher's earning way too much money and they don't need it. And you're on about 80 to 120,000, and that's just where you begin. Honestly, they say you can come into this business and work, for 4 years, and then you can spend the rest of your life on the beach. But it really just depends on the person and what you're willing to do and how to grow it. It's all about, finding other people that want what you want and sharing the opportunity in this amazing program and product. So I want to say a big thank you to everybody that shared tonight. A huge well done to the 3 girls that launched, and thank you to everybody that jumped on to support them. If you are watching because somebody's invited you, they obviously care enough to invite you. So if we didn't get all your questions answered, please make sure you reach out to them and get those questions answered. And hopefully we'll see you all again soon. So thank you and good night.